Most traders don't quit because they suck at trading. They burn out because they burn out financially, mentally, and emotionally. Honestly, way before they even ever have the chance at getting good at this. And the worst part is nobody warns you about this when you first sign up for trading. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why this happens and how you can overcome it. So let's dive in. Unrealistic expectations. So when I first started learning trading, I'm not kidding. From day one, I automatically started thinking about the Lambo dealership. I started thinking about, okay, by the end of next year, I'm going to be driving this. I'm going to be, calling the Lambo dealership, getting this booked. I'm not kidding. That was going through my head. And I think a lot of you, if you're watching this video, I guarantee you that also went through your head. Maybe not to that extreme where you're thinking about Lamborghinis and all this stuff. But when we get into trading, we see the money that people make. We automatically picture ourselves in that situation. I remember this clear as day, going on walks with my now wife, talking about what we were going to buy and the life we were going to have before I literally even got started. I think I had maybe watched 1 or 2 videos at that point. And like I said, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video have gone through a similar experience. Maybe not, and I'm just crazy. And it's funny because we immediately start thinking about the end result, not the excruciating journey that's in front of us. Now, if you combine that with Instagram and seeing this person do this and see this person do this, our expectations can be blown out of proportion and it can really set us up for failure. Because nobody, when they first get started, realizes how tough this journey is going to be. They see the money, they want the money. They start trading, they realize how hard it is, and then they quit. This is the first cycle I have seen so many traders experience, and this is cycle number 1 that I had to overcome myself. In later videos, I've talked about the university degree analogy, okay? When we go to university, we know that we're gonna be there for 4 years to get our degree. There's no questions, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We know when we sign up, that is when we are able to get that degree. But with trading, people give up so easily. They want it like this. We live in a microwave society where people want results right away. If a lot of people went into trading with the same mindset that this skill set is going to take me a couple of years to achieve, you would see a lot more successful traders. You would see a lot more people stick with trading. But unfortunately, we want things right away. And that is unfortunately why a lot of people end up quitting trading. Stick with this for 4 years, and I promise you, you will be in a much better situation than you were 4 years ago. And we trust these university degrees. You're not even guaranteed to get a job out of it after that 4 years. And we still go, we still put our time in, we still hustle, we still stress. Trading, you put 4 years in, you're gonna be in a completely different situation. Now let's talk about the second reason, lack of structure and a lack of process. What I mean by this is a lot of us go into this without a plan. We have one thing in mind and it's making money. But we don't have a strategy, we don't have a trading plan. We're just simply there trying to press buttons, trying to make this money, trying to make that money, trying to be like this person on social media. And we honestly set ourselves up for a failure. We think about the money, but what's gonna happen when you lose money? What's gonna happen when you lose the thing you got into it for? At the very beginning of your journey, you're gonna lose a ton of money. And maybe you will see a little bit of luck at the very beginning. Like for myself, I traded demo for a couple months, okay? And I started learning a strategy. And I went live with that strategy. And first week, I ended up making 60% of my account. So I had a $1,000 account, I made $600. I literally was like, oh my God, this is so easy. I'm gonna be the next billionaire. I'm literally calling the dealership from the year before. I'm like, hey guys, I'm ready to go. Let's get this going. And then that next week, you can probably guess I gave it all back. And then the next week I gave some back as well. And that was just a cycle that I repeatedly followed. So you have to have a process. You have to have a winning strategy. You have to have a trading plan. How do you find a winning strategy? You can either watch a ton of YouTube videos, you can buy a mentorship program, you can backtest. There's a bunch of things you can do to develop a winning strategy and develop a winning trading plan. And then you stick to that. But you can't find success in this game without having the structure and without having the process. Otherwise, you are just like the rest of the people that come in and fail. You're the rest of the people that come in and gamble, they press buy, they press sell, and they have no clue what they're doing. And this is another reason why a lot of traders fail. Let me take a minute to introduce to you one of the top new prop firms in the industry, Think Capital. Think Markets, a fully regulated broker, has entered the prop space. With over 15 years of broker experience, this is massive for us traders. With up to $600K in capital to manage, $5K to $300K accounts, it gives us the perfect resources to succeed. Another bonus is they offer to USA clients, which is massive for you US traders. Use the link in the description and code RMTrading for 15% off any challenge. Let's get back to the video. You have the unrealistic expectations, that's first level, then you get over that, and then you're at the lack of structure and lack of process phase. And if you keep going, you are going to start to find success. But these two barriers are extremely hard to overcome. I've seen hundreds of traders quit. I used to have a free Telegram group with like 1,000 people in it. And the amount of people that never made it to even phase 2 is mind-blowing to me. And if you're just there pressing buttons, pressing buy and sell, it's literally like everyone out there is in like the wild, wild west. This cycle can, break a lot of traders because there isn't a way out. You won't find success in trading if you have no plan, if you don't have a winning strategy. You just won't. You need to commit to this full time in order to reap the benefits, in order to give yourself even a slight chance at success. Story about myself, I remember I didn't have a proper risk management plan until a couple years into my journey. I think a year and a half. I was just risking based on lot size. So I had no idea what percent risk I was using. God knows what I was using. But it's funny, when I would lose and I would continue to lose and I would continue to lose because I didn't have a strategy that was working. I didn't have a probability model. So I could go out there and lose 20 trades. And this happened to me before. I lost 20 trades in a row. There's no probability model. Like for myself now, I know that after, if I lose 3 trades in a row, that's like a big losing streak for me now. Usually it's 2, 3, but if I get into 4, I know something's wrong, right? Because of the data, because of my strategy. But if you don't have that information, you're simply just going to lose and lose and lose. You're going to end up like everybody else that loses, and then they quit. And with something as difficult as trading, you have to put 100% effort in or you will not find any success. The last one here is a massive one. And I think this is one of the biggest killers for people quitting their trading dream is they let the opinions of other people make them quit trading. Okay, so this could be your friends, this could be family, this could be acquaintances, but you essentially are listening to people who doubt you and give up because of their opinions. And the best part about this is the part that makes me laugh every time. These people don't even trade. These people hate their lives and the situations they're in. They're not even happy themselves. So of course they're going to put down something they don't know anything about. Maybe they know they couldn't succeed at it. So they're going to put it down to try and bring you down to their happiness level. And it's amazing at how many people quit here. You have to be strong-minded to get through phase 1 and phase 2. But phase 3 is honestly one of the most difficult ones because this one can come from the people you love. This can be from people that you never expected them to bring you down. And like I said, that can be your parents. That can be some of your best friends. But what I said in later videos, and I'll continue to say this, the vision is ours, so how can they see? You have to overcome this. And if you overcome these three barriers, you are going to set yourself up for success, and yes, this trading journey is going to be hard. There's so many difficult parts in front of you that you have to overcome. But each thing that you overcome, you get better, you get better, you get better. You become the best version of yourself. You're not born with the traits of a successful trader. You are molded through the pain, through the struggle, through the trials and tribulations. That's how you become good at this game. And that's how you become the best trader you can be financially on the charts, but also mentally and emotionally off the charts. One thing that helped me is instead of using their doubt as negativity and bringing you down, use that negative fuel as a power source. And it is never ending, the amount of power and fuel that can come from that. And I've touched on this in a later video, but when I used to wake up at 2 a.m. and get my butt kicked at London session and trade until 5 a.m., 6 a.m., then get ready, go to work, come back, do the same thing. Every time I would just think about the people who doubted me. Every time I would think about the people who said I couldn't do it and wouldn't achieve it and do all this stuff. But that fuel right there is what got me to here. And eventually you start to bet on yourself. Eventually you start to do it for you. But that potent fuel is going to get you through those dark times. It's going to get you through the losing streets. It's going to get you through those times where you maybe don't think you have enough in you. Just think about, how your dad said this or your mom said this or your friend said this. It's really going to get you there. I promise you, because this is what worked for me. And I know a lot of other traders who went through a similar situation, and that negative fuel source powered them from friggin' 0 all the way up to 100. So at the end of the day, trading is hard. Trading is very, very hard. But what worthwhile isn't hard? Think about that. What worthwhile in life comes easy? What does? I don't know anything that comes easy that's worthwhile. The time freedom, the financial freedom, the overall joy that comes with trading, like something about being good at something that a lot of people aren't good at, there comes confidence with that too. Being able to look at any market and predict where it's going or where it most likely is going to go next is a superpower in itself. And there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm here to tell you this. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And for example, next month, I am leaving with my beautiful wife. We booked a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia, and we will be there for a couple of years. And it's going to be an amazing time. And because of trading, because of charts, because of a Wi-Fi connection, I'm able to go and travel and see the world and not skip a beat. You know, it's an amazing thing. And the rewards, in my opinion, outweigh the struggle that it takes to get there. And of course, not everyone watching this video is going to succeed at this. And that's okay, because this isn't end all be all. I'm sure there's an amazing journey out there for you as well. But for you traders who push through this and find success in this, I guarantee you when you get there, you're going to watch this video back and be like, damn, he was right. And maybe if you're starting out right now and you're watching this video going through a lot of struggles, if you apply these 3 things, maybe it'll help turn things around for you. It'll make it a little bit easier for you in this brain of yours, this beautiful brain of yours. And I'm going to cut it here. So what do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. Please hit subscribe if you're new. Comment some love down below. Drop a like. It helps the algorithm. And I'll see you in the next one.